Morning everybody, how you going today? It's Labour Day today and I really shouldn't be at work, but I am. I'm just going to do some touch-ups on the house and I've just got a little hole here that I need to fix. So I know you all love me fixing holes out there, so I'll just show you how I go about fixing this simple little hole. I'm growing a little bit of a beard. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep growing it or going to shave it off or just leave my goatee like I normally do. We'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm back to the hole and yeah, hopefully you can learn a little bit from this here. It's nice and simple anyhow. Flip you around. Okay, so that's what we got. We've got a hole. Now it's not very wide across there. We have a mirror for an ensuite. We have a mirror for the vanity right next to it. So like I said, there's not a lot of room. So the first thing we're going to have to do, now there is a PowerPoint bracket behind there. So they did intend to put the PowerPoint there and they made a mistake. So they've put it over here instead. So that's pretty typical of electricians, and this is pretty typical of what you're going to see. Now we'll just use some tape first. Now we're just going to use this tape here. This is a washi tape that I use, a Dulux Excellence tape. So we just put some tape there to protect that mirror, and then also we're going to get a bit of scrap that's going to fall down here, so we're going to have to get something on the floor there. And obviously, you know, there is another way we can do it, which I'm going to just show you now. Now I use this system a bit when I'm sanding a patch in a wall. So let's say I'm sanding this patch and I don't want it to fall down on the floor. I'll make up a little bit of a ledge here to actually catch that paint, and I've just used the tape to do that. Now another way is to actually use your paper and tape and then just set up a little platform here that catches any dust or anything that comes down. So that's all I'm going to do there. I'm not even going to put anything on the floor. Basically what I've done will protect that enough to get that on there. The important thing is now there's a bit of crap in behind there. It's a bit of loose stuff which we'll just rip off. But what we're going to do, we're just going to use our finger. Yeah, so we've got another one that I've just found in the carport. So I'm going to have to fix this. It's the very same principle. Tape down across here, backfill it, back block it basically with my finger. Be careful not to hit the power because there is power in behind there. That up there, just to protect that power point. And I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I have to be very, very careful because there is live power just there. And we've just made up it's a 20-minute cornice that I use. And I've just made some up and just added a bit of water. And that's what I'm going to use in that stuff there. Now it's not going to dry in a real hurry because it is a damp-ish day. It's the start of winter. Well, it's not really winter, but it's close enough. Things just aren't drying. I'm just going to push it in behind there. This is a bit like back blocking. We can just use our fingers. Now one way is to actually do this and then let it dry, but I'm not going to do that. So it's like I'm saying, I'm getting this in behind. So basically in behind here this plaster is sticking. So you can see there it's getting stronger and stronger. So now that I'm happy that I've got some plenty of plaster in there, now we could put a bit of tape over that, but we don't really need to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to put a big blob of it on there. Now the whole idea of putting the plaster in behind there is so it has something to hold on to and it doesn't just fall out. So now if we were to leave that, we'll get some of the excess off. And we were to leave that now, that would just dry under its own steam. Now that's going to take, even though it says 20 minutes, that's probably going to take half hour to dry. Now we're just going to use a normal hairdryer, nice and simple. So this will just help this dry, tack off a bit. Then we put the easy sand plaster on top. I'll do now is I'll get another plaster that I have, and it's an easy sand plaster, and then we shall put a little bit of that over the top. And what this one does, this is it here, yes, it's a different colour. So what this one does, it just makes it really easy to sand, because that corner cement, you just can't sand it. So this is how we're going to get the really nice finish that we want, and I want this to dry quickly. It's not drying behind, but this is one way we can do it and get it done a bit quicker. Now you've got to remember that that is still wet in behind, but it's enough to hold its weight basically. So we're just going to give this a little sand now, because it's pretty dry. We use the bigger side. Now I'm reasonably happy with that. It's not perfect down in here, but the cover will come up about there and will hide most of that. So I'm ready to put some paint on that. So I'm pretty happy with this one, so we're going to put a coat of paint on this now, and then we'll just have a look at it. So that's the first coat. We're going to go right over to that corner there. It's dry, so we'll put another coat of paint on that one. And we'll call that plaster patch fixed. Pull this off here, being very careful of course. And that's it. We'll just see what that looks like when it dries, and then we'll just put another coat on. Then we'll take that tape off and put the PowerPoint cover back on. So that's it. Too easy. So that's how I go about fixing those little holes, and it didn't really take that long. If it was a nice sunny day, that would probably only take me 10 minutes to do the lot, but because it's a bit of a cold, miserable day, it probably took around 1 hour between drying time, plastering, first coat, backfilling, doing a bit of everything. It took 1 hour. So now I charge $50 to do those 2 patches. Thanks for watching the videos. Don't forget to subscribe, and please share this video, and it might help some of your friends get out of trouble. Thanks, bye. Appreciate all yous watching. Bye.